Welcome back to the Super Movie Bros podcast, or whatever we have changed the title to by now.
Still Super Movie Bros.
That means that we're going to keep calling it that for a very long time, and I think we'll have changed it. My name is Michael. His name is Kyle.
Go ahead.
Today, we are talking about The Naked Gun. I had that idea to watch this movie because they are remaking it, actually, to I believe, David Zucker's chagrin, because he had an idea for it that sounds way better, and they didn't want to go for it. They just basically were like, okay, after the meeting, and then he didn't hear from them, and then all of a sudden he hears that now Family guy Seth MacFarlane
It's
is
half Seth MacFarlane and half Lonely Island. Andy Samberg and his crew. The guy who's directing it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's
Andy Samberg is involved in this?
kind of the guy who
Because-
wrote Palm Springs is writing Naked Gun.
Okay, because
It's produced by
David
Seth.
Zucker said he would have wanted the main character to be someone like Andy Samberg, not be another old guy. He was like, we've already done this. I want to do something different.
I mean, do you want to start off the episode by talking about the remake?
Why not?
Okay,
It
well,
is pertinent
I
to
really
it.
think the new one's gonna be really good.
My man says, lead this podcast. And then he's like, are you sure you want to lead it this way?
I think
Let's do
the
it your
new
way then,
Naked
Kyle.
Gun is going to be very good.
I do think it will be good, but at the same time, it is always disappointing whenever you hear an idea that, like what David Zucker was going to do, because this current one that we're going to talk about,
Forever, though.
calm yourselves. He had an idea. And you know why he hasn't? Because Hollywood won't let him. They don't want to do his ideas anymore.
I get it.
I mean, it's comedies. Comedies are hard to find now.
Which is why I'm really looking forward to the new Naked Gun, because I think it's going to be a nice return to
I hope so. I hope
spoof
so.
and parody movies.
Because it is though, there is a good point to be made that David Zucker was making, which is we've already done this old man cop in that kind of story. So what he was going to do is Andy Samberg, and it was going to be a little bit more Mission Impossible like.
I mean that's a cool idea,
just, like
but
I
don't
said-
call it Naked Gun then. Naked Guns, because Naked Guns
Well,
from like Police Squad and Police Files and that stuff. So it's
I
like
mean,
a
there's a James Bond one in there.
I know, but I actually had never seen the sequels, so
I barely remember them, but I think initially I might have liked when I was a child, liked one of the sequels
Yeah.
more. Because, and we'll just jump into this one now. You know, Leslie Nielsen as a incompetent cop.
he's perfect. His line delivery is perfect.
No, I know. I'm just saying, as a police officer, he's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a little incompetent. You know.
Well, that's the point of the movie.
Exactly, but I got to tell them what it is.
Oh, explain the synopsis and the plot and the story beats.
Yes.
Of Naked Gun. Then There's so much
Leslie
plot there.
Nielsen is an incompetent cop that is trying to solve the potential murder of the Queen of England that is about to visit. And I don't know if at the time that they are having her visit that they know that she's going to a baseball game, but she goes to a baseball game. The end.
And he's also got to clear O.J. Simpson's name.
Yeah, that one feels kind of
He's
thrown
really
in
good
there.
in this. No, he's really good in this.
No. I'm saying that plot point feels thrown in there. Of, oh, you got to clear his name too. And even then, like the way they handle it is kind of like, oh, okay.
It's pretty funny. Though.
Yeah. No. It's good.
And how they're handling it in the new one's pretty funny too.
Yeah. No. Well, what they showed in the preview
I've
for the
seen.
new one is kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of great jokes here, great little gags. I will say there are a few too many of the physical gags. Like they kind of lose their steam kind of deeper in for me.
I think it just comes with the type of movie.
No, I disagree because I think Airplane is a much better movie than this.
Oh, so okay. I agree.
Okay.
I think Airplane is the best Zucker movie.
Yeah.
Although there is one I haven't seen yet, which is Top Secret, which is Val Kilmer's first movie ever.
Ooh.
And shout out Red Letter Media. That's their favorite Zucker movie is Top Secret.
Interesting.
So I really want to watch that at some point. But yeah, right now, it's definitely Airplane.
Yeah. I just think in this one there are points.
With this being a strong second.
See, I don't know.
There's also they wrote sorry to disrail you from your thoughts, but they also wrote Kentucky. There's a lot more out there that I still need to watch before I make the final decision.
No, that's to be fair, or that's fair. I think what it is there's points in this where it feels like they are focusing on the very bare bones, uninteresting plot more. Like there'll be a scene that's like, oh, this whole scene is basically serious when you know there's no way we could care about this little bit of plot that you have, and there's just like not enough comedy to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they either needed a better plot and better characters, or they just needed to commit to sticking just to jokes the whole time. That's my issue with the middle of the movie, I guess. I will say my favorite scene in the movie though is when he gets in the car with the girl who's like learning how to drive. I felt like that entire like that scene. There's like a journey.
I've always liked the opening credits a lot too, where it's just a car.
Yeah.
All that stuff and going down.
It's another one that goes on a little long though.
It's the opening credit. I don't mind it. I don't care.
Well,
that's the whole point. It just gets redundant and then it keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Going through the girl's shower.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny. A lot of these gags, sometimes the point of the gag is that it keeps going. The first line I always liked is also he's got a 50-50 chance of living. There's a 10% chance of that happening.
Yeah, that's a good one. No, I like the verbal gags the best, and I think that's why I would say I like Airplane so much, because it's more the things
it's way
people
more
say
verbal than it is
physical,
outside of some obvious ones. But
yeah,
I like to me it's the small ones that they don't like. The whole scene doesn't drive your attention to it. Like I forget what scene, but there's a scene where they're going from one room to the other room. One guy walks through the door, and then Leslie Nielsen just goes around the set wall and meets him. And it's just like, blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
They didn't go through the same door. He just walks off the set.
I don't even remember that. That's funny. I definitely like that kind of thing, because Mel Brooks would do that kind of thing.
Mel Brooks is very good at that too.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I think there was a lot to laugh at, and a lot you can see where a lot of like later spoof movies, like the Scary Movies and stuff like that, kind of got a lot of their ideas from.
They're bringing that back finally, and they're bringing the Wayans Bros back for it.
Did not know that.
So it should be as good. I believe they only did the first two, and I think the first two are the best.
Yeah.
And so them coming back.
Pretty sure David Zucker did the third one though, which in my opinion is the actual best.
The third one is still
Scary
very,
Movie
very
3
good.
is my favorite.
Scary Movie 3 is still very good. The first three are the best. But I am interested to see a scary movie again, because there is a lot of...
No, this kind of movie in general, like the spoof movies, it's just like not something you see. Yeah, you don't see anymore.
So terrible in like the mid 2000s with like Date movie and Disaster movie and like
superhero movie
with Drake Bell.
Yeah,
it actually has Leslie Nielsen in it.
Oh, I don't even
remember. That poor guy, he did them all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always the bright spot in all of them.
Yeah.
I think I've heard what makes him so good at this is that he was actually, like a really serious Shakespearean type actor before he got into comedy, which is why his line delivery is always so just perfect and so dry.
Yeah, at one point we should watch one of his serious movies and try to...
I have no idea what he's serious in, but they're out there. They're definitely out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so this movie's, they don't make them like they do anymore. They used to.
They don't.
But it's consistently funny, and it's intelligent, like silliness is the best way.
Yeah, you gotta have that blend of dumb and smart. You know what I mean? And sometimes within the same gag, which is why I think the scene with the driving instructor and everything was really great. Whenever he had to back up, and he's like, "Oh, you dumb broad," or whatever, and he's like, "Extend your arm."
Yeah.
Raise up your middle finger.
Yeah, it's like
yeah. I just love that.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like when the car gets all the airbags go off, and he's just sitting there just firing at the car, telling it to stop. I don't know, as it's just rolling away. And
why don't I remember some of these things? It's almost like you saw like an extended edition or something, because I didn't see that.
That's what makes the movie so good, is that it's short and sweet at like 81 minutes with credits.
Yeah, I know.
So it makes it real good. Like, it doesn't, some of the jokes might go on too long for you, but the movie doesn't overstay its welcome.
The baseball scene in particular, holy crap.
Oh, well,
him, it's like they're like, we have to show, like,
The
that was
entire game.
the entire game, every single player getting, like, checked, and everything. Like
That's probably, the umpire gag's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
And it kind of ends the movie.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess on that, I guess I would have to say it doesn't end great, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bad guy, the way the bad guy goes out and everything was good, and then
yeah, I mean,
The
I like him
coming back.
I like him flattened.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There's some really good gags. I
Yeah.
mean, and obviously, I feel like that's.
Yeah. The more
Boo.
preposterous it is, the better it usually is.
I forget where I heard this and who said it. I mean, I only heard it like 2 days ago when I watched this movie. It was like, the best thing about this movie is like every joke you laugh twice. You laugh at the joke, and then you laugh at the fact that you're laughing at the joke. Like you sit there and you go, I can't believe I'm laughing at this, but that is funny. Like
I
it
disagree.
is very.
That sounds like an insecure person.
No,
Sounds like a very insecure person.
Because
That's like, I can't believe I laughed at
At
this.
the core, they're sometimes very childish, silly jokes. Sometimes, so it's a fun time.
So it's fine. Just laugh.
You're
You
not
don't have to laugh
laughing out
at
of
yourself
self-guilt.
for laughing.
You're
That's
not
just-
laughing out of self guilt
That's
when you
not.
laugh the second time. You're laughing.
Did you
because
laugh?
it's freaking
What
funny.
did you laugh twice at, Kyle?
Probably when I had to retake, like, I don't know.
Exactly. You know that guy has a problem.
Okay, where the hell am I? He's just in the woods.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, he goes on that walk.
Where the
yeah.
hell am
I love that. I loved that.
I
That's
laughed
great.
twice about that. I might have laughed 3 times on that.
Yeah. Well, that's only because of how funny it is, not because you laughed at how funny you thought it was.
No, because then I sat there and I went, oh wait, yeah, he's in the woods now. He started here. There's whatever.
They don't explain the joke,
I'm not explaining the joke. I'm explaining why I laughed multiple times at it.
but just explaining the
You
joke.
asshole. God. Keep going. It's your movie. No.
I did pick it because like I said, despite how, I know David Zucker, I think he still wishes it well. Knowing he was disappointed in not getting to make his vision, is one thing, but I'm still excited to see what, Liam Neeson has to do from it. When I first,
Liam Neeson's funny. He is funny.
yeah.
So I think he will do a good job. I know he's not young.
Oh, no. I know he'll do a great job. I thought it was really funny, the initial preview that they showed. Like, I do think it's funny. I also think Seth MacFarlane has great, funny, like, movies where it's the same kind of dumb comedy, but it's just really funny. I absolutely think I might laugh more in this one than I did the other ones, just because, like, his other movies, like A Million Ways to Die in the West, and
You like that one?
I do. I know a lot of people don't, but I laugh at that one a lot. Ted.
Ted movies are good. The Ted TV show I think is funnier than the movie, but
Yeah, I saw a little bit of
so
it, and I did
funny.
think it
It's
was
so
really
funny.
funny. And then Family Guy has a lot of really dumb jokes. So I think if he can maintain the funny energy, and I don't know, I definitely think that there's a balance to be had with these spoof movies that I think the later ones did not get. Where
well, the later ones are just have you seen this property? Now we've got some weird cat guy playing that, and then it's like a 2-minute or 2-second joke, and it has like, it's, I don't know, like Captain Jack Sparrow just randomly shows up,
Yeah.
and it's like, what?
it's like you have to have the comedy dialed right so it's actually funny, and then you have to have the plot to comedy like ratio right.
Yeah.
And I think that A Million Ways to Die in the West, the reason why I like that one is it is more comedy than plot, but I like the sense of humor, so it works for me. Whereas Ted is kind of that more balanced way where maybe you could see more plot, but the plot is, kind of decent. Like they had a decent story there.
Yeah. No,
So-
I get that.
I think what happened with all those crappy ones like superhero movie and everything is the comedy was bad and the plot was bad and the ratio was off. There's another
Well,
one.
yeah, the ratio is just how many gags can you fit in 90 minutes and make
Yeah.
people go, I recognize that.
Yeah, but the gags aren't even good.
No.
There's one really, really, really bad spoof movie called Superfast, and it's based on the Fast and the Furious
I've
movies.
seen the poster.
Okay, it's awful, but it has one of my favorite jokes from any of these movies, and I'm going to tell you guys right now. So I'm going to do the voices because you have a Vin Diesel kind of character, and then you have a Paul Walker kind of character. And their voices are like overdone, and it is kind of funny. So Paul Walker's like, "I never knew my father," and the Vin Diesel guy goes, I actually don't remember what he says. Right, he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, he went out for a pack of smokes, and he never came back." Nope, he came back. He said to smoke up because he was leaving. And I laughed so hard at that. I thought that was so funny. And that, I don't know. So like,
I like that one. That's
yeah. If you could have a movie like, this that has enough of those kinds of jokes, which is what I think Airplane is. It's just a lot of really good jokes. It's jokes and gags.
See, I guess I can judge the movies how much I like them because I remember more. I've seen it more, but Airplane has more memorable lines
Yes.
than Naked Gun does.
Yeah, Naked Gun, I can't think of too many of the
No.
lines.
Right now, I can reel off like 3 from Airplane. Like, you like Gladiator movies?
Yeah, see, I wish
have the
I
fish or
need to
chicken?
rewatch it. I need to rewatch it because I just have the one that everyone knows, the Shirley.
Greg never has a third cup of coffee. She gets all nervous. I know it's
It's
not
been
funny.
way too long.
You got to watch it then.
I know.
But I don't need a remake of because Airplane was actually somewhat of a remake of like a 1950s movie that was like a disaster movie. Like it's almost beat
It
for
was
beat.
spoofing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, The Naked Gun is just like I think a parody of just a collection.
You know what?
Of
And maybe that's the thing. The genre is actually important too, and how you do the genre.
what movie you spoof.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
for sure.
I won't. I feel like now I'm going to get into criticizing the movie. I don't think it did a good enough job spoofing the genre of movie like some of the other ones do. Like the scary movies spoof the genre pretty well in that they make jokes about the kinds of things that happen within the genre. And I think they should have focused on that here a little bit.
Maybe Naked Gun's not specific enough with what it's spoofing, and just feels very vague, and it just feels like
it
just feels like its own sort of movie. I know Scary Movie. It's not throwing it in your face of what property it is, but you can still kind of tell when they're what they're making fun of when they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, some in the later movies get real
What are you waiting for? And then she just does it over and over. I don't know. I love that one.
I mean, they do get I don't know, but I'm ready for that revival. That would be really cool if those movies came back around and were good. I don't want them to come back around and be shit because that's what killed it for 15 years, it feels like.
Well, people have to not be afraid to make a joke.
Yeah. True. Oh no, true.
And that is one thing David Zucker did say is there was some where that what's it called whenever it's like that there was some of that committee kind of thing going on.
Oh, like the studio.
The studio committee kind of like, oh well, you can't do this joke because of that or whatever, and it's like,
well, don't make fun of this property because we own this property.
Yeah. So you really got to let the creator do what they're going to do and be willing to take a risk. No, which you'd think they'd learn that by now. Because there's been several years of the movies that take the risk end up, doing pretty well for the most part. And then, they still are just like, you can't.
No, I think when you have, especially like with comedy, when you have like you allow someone to actually just do their vision and make the movie they want to make, it always turns out perfect. Yeah. Like I just watched Friendship with Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd.
Was it good?
It's hilarious. It's one of the funnier movies I've seen in a long, long time. But it feels like it was someone's. Now A24 lets people do this, and it's an A24 movie for the most part. I don't know them, meddling with people. But it seems like I forget who made it, but it seems like that person made it with Tim Robinson in mind, with Paul Rudd in mind, and they got to make the movie they wanted to make because it gets real bizarre and gets real surreal and weird, and I could totally see Warner Bros. Would never make that kind of movie or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Did you ever see Ricky Stenicki?
Yes, I like that one.
I think it's great. I think that was the best comedy of like the last 10 years.
And that's a Farrelly brother movie, and they make Dumb and Dumber and stuff like that. I like them. So no, I like their type of humor. I like that one.
That was great.
What was the one with Jennifer Carpenter? Jennifer Lawrence. Sorry, Jennifer Carpenter is from Dexter. Jennifer Lawrence one. It's No Hard Feelings, I think. my sister. I watched that one with my sister. But it was still in the vein of like I'm surprised in 2024, whatever they're making these jokes. Like it was refreshing to hear some of the jokes made in the
I
movie.
saw that in the theater with
Hopefully your wife.
Haley, yes, my wife, one of my closest friends, Travis, and his wife, and I was wasted. So I barely remember it, but I don't remember thinking very highly of it. But could that have partially been my fault? Yeah,
Yes.
could have been gone.
But no. So I think if the new Naked Gun does well, I think you'll see more. I mean, you're already gonna get Scary Movie, but I like the combination of Seth MacFarlane, and I can never remember his name. It's the one guy in Lonely Island that's hard to his name to pronounce, but he's always been the writer behind everything Andy Samberg's done. Like he wrote Palm Springs. Did you ever see the new Chippendale movie?
No.
Y'all should watch. You should watch. Anyone listening, y'all should watch the new Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie because it's gonna give you a taste of what the new Naked Gun might be a little bit like.
Okay.
And that movie is like Chippendale. They're old. I mean, they've always done their cartoons, and they're like, Disney's not using us anymore. Like we've been forgotten about, and so it's like it's very meta in that like they are out of touch and retired, and it's not like this animated movie. They even bring in like the ugly Sonic in it that they tried to test you. They tried to use. Remember when Sonic came in?
Yeah.
They used him in it. They had this whole convention of characters that weren't used, and it was. I thought it was really funny.
It's funny then that I don't know. I guess so. That's the guy that wrote it. Wrote
And
this.
you've also
the
seen
new
Pop Star Never Stop Poppin', right? Andy Samberg.
I've never stopped popping.
Or Pop Star Never Stop Stoppin', I think. I forget the
Something like that.
I forget the subtitle of it.
Yeah. And that's got some of my favorite like comedy songs like of all time.
So I'm really confident in what's his name?
I hear
Akiva Schaffer.
I hear you. It's just interesting to me that it's like you had Andy Samberg right there, and that's what David Tucker wanted. So it's like, why'd you go Liam Neeson? I don't know. I just like the idea of, and we have
I do like the casting of Pamela Anderson in it too. I think she fits the damsel in distress role really well, and she's very
for a comedy. Yes.
And she also it's a good throwback. They're not using Zendaya. They're not using some new. I don't know. I feel like that's a good pull for that character.
It is always better when.
I mean, in this one they used Elvis Presley's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Which is, I didn't know she even had an acting career.
I didn't either. I also was told daughter until this morning when Haley corrected herself and was like, no, that was her wife.
His wife.
Glad you corrected it because it's very different.
Yep, it is his wife. The daughter married Michael Jackson. Really weird. And I think just died, actually.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see
how it shows up. I think August, right? So
yeah, it'll come out in August.
We'll know soon.
I definitely, maybe not for the podcast, just so we're not doing redundant sequels, but I definitely want to watch the sequels and see, how they hold up.
I haven't heard that they're bad.
Well, see, when I was a kid, I liked one of them more because it felt like a James Bond spoof.
I think the third one gets a little bit more.
But as far as how they're regarded less well.
Yeah, and then you have Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen, and
that's another one I loved as a kid. I liked the second one better again as a kid, but again, that's one where the first one is regarded more highly, and the first one is more like the first one's more like Top Gun, and then the second one is more like Rambo.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I saw more of Ryan Stiles in the second one, and I definitely was like a super big Ryan Stiles fan. You ever see Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Who is Ryan Stiles?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Ryan, the tall one.
Oh, I like him in Two.
He's also in the Drew Carey Show.
And the Drew Carey Show.
I didn't watch that. I don't like 2.5 Men.
I do.
I've always hated 2.5 Men.
It's good. That one I'm a little guilty pleasure about. I won't. That one I'll laugh twice about it. Going.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's why you. Yeah, all right. That is something to be embarrassed about. We can agree on that.
Good callback, Kyle.
Yeah, good callback. Good callback. Did you go to college for this?
Barely.
I got a 4-year degree.
But yeah, so that's the Naked Gun. This one's an easy one, so you better have 3 ready for this one. This one's.
I do, and I'm gonna. I was thinking of mixing it up with maybe a Mel Brooks one, and then also, I mean, I could, but I was really thinking, okay. So
Spaceballs.
I was one
It's
of
relevant.
that's one of the ones I was thinking of. So I am gonna do the thing again where I want to maintain this. No, you know what? I'm gonna make it harder. Blazing Saddles, Airplane,
Oh,
and Spaceballs.
okay, that's a really,
That's
really,
exactly.
really
I
hard
made it
one.
hard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
Yeah. Which one of those are you gonna erase? I know which one they want erased.
My dad would kill me for erasing Blazing Saddles, but I guess I have to. Don't. Okay, so I'm definitely watching Airplane because I don't want to change anything about that. It's
Okay.
which one of the two, Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles, I guess dislike or like less. I wouldn't say dislike. I don't like to, which one I like less. I guess I've seen Spaceballs more than I have Blazing Saddles. But I just find myself laughing harder at Blazing Saddles.
I'm barely listening to you. I'm agonizing myself over what I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to race Spaceballs, I think, and that means I have to remake. This is a hard one. So watch.
Well, you could never remake Blazing
I
Saddles.
know. I literally probably could.
Yeah.
So
You'd have to be a million,
are we being
multi-millionaire.
practical in this?
I guess you don't have to be practical.
I'm putting Spaceballs at the bottom of the three. I guess it's really pains me to do so, but Blazing Saddles is just that funny.
We've been jammed.
I don't know. Wait till I pull out this here.
Yeah. Yeah. My other one that I always loved is a combing the desert, and there's the two bigger combs, and then they ask like, "Oh, what about you guys?" And the little comb, he's like, "We ain't found shit."
It's
No,
really.
See those are the ones that make it really hard.
I love that movie. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard.
That's a really hard one.
So which one are you remaking? You already erased Spaceballs.
I guess
It's too late.
I guess I'm re-erasing Spaceballs and remake.
Re-erasing? You're re-erasing it?
I don't know.
You're erasing it twice? That's a lot of hate.
Spaceballs is getting remade, and I guess I'm erasing Blazing Saddles.
Dang.
I don't know. I don't like doing that. Feels like I just killed one of my children, even though I have 0 children. But it felt like if you did.
Yeah. So you're watching Airplane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I am going to. See, here's the thing. If you remake Spaceballs, it's like, okay, well, those jokes aren't going to work the same
That's
the
why
second time around.
That's why I'm like, are we thinking about this practically?
Well, the jokes are, well, I mean, no matter what, the jokes aren't going to hit the same the second time around, you know? So it's not like you'd have to make different jokes, and then it's just not the same.
Well, someone better tell them while they're making this sequel.
So I might copy you, and I hate saying that. I might erase Blazing Saddles. There's a few things that are really funny, but I can't say those.
No.
I can't repeat those.
And you couldn't remake it either, so.
Yeah,
Now
if we're
you
at all
gotta
practical,
erase it.
you really can't. All right, I'm erasing Blazing Saddles.
Only because it's perfect.
Only because you
In a
couldn't
weird
remake
way, it's getting erased because it's perfect.
Yeah. But I would say I probably do have more. I do find some of the lines in Spaceballs more
I
memorable.
probably have more nostalgia for Spaceballs, just because
I don't know.
just 'cause it's
Those
spoofing something I
jokes that
love
we
so
just
much.
said, though, I think are perfect. So watching Spaceballs, erasing Blazing Saddles, and remaking Airplane. I hear you. But I do think that you could make it good again.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't go away when you remake it.
Andy Samberg and
I don't know why you hate Andy
McFarlane.
Samberg.
I don't dislike him.
All right.
Hot Rod's
Kyle
one of my
hates
favorite movies.
Kyle hates Andy Samberg, and that's our main takeaway. And he loves Seth MacFarlane more than the Zucker brothers.
No.
He thinks that David Zucker's remake, or not remake, well, kind of, his sequel to Naked Gun would have been worse than what the magicalness that he thinks Seth MacFarlane's going to make. A lot of bad takes from Kyle this week.
That's why you're looking for a new co-host, right?
Yeah, been looking, you know.
All right. Well, maybe I won't be here next week, guys.
Yeah. Alrighty. So like, comment, subscribe,
Talk
and
some shit.
yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.